Namaste. This presentation is for educational purposes only and does not claim to diagnose, prevent, or cure any diseases or disorders. The advice and methods in this presentation should not be construed as financial, medical, or psychological advice or treatment. Please seek advice from a professional if you have serious issue, and if a Chod session doesn't feel right to you, please do not perform it. This meditation contains imagery that some may find disturbing. Discretion is advised. And by watching and or participating in this presentation, you understand that results are not guaranteed. Yamajit, John Hollinsby Mayer, Tridevi Chamunda Mandir, and YouTube cannot accept any responsibility for any injuries or damages incurred from the practices and meditations contained in this video. Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit, and thank you so very much for joining me this evening for a Friday Puja and Satsang. That includes AJ, who is tuning in right now, and anybody else who happens to be tuning in. Please feel free to say hello using the chat function on the bottom of your screen. Before we begin, I'd like to start out with a couple of announcements. So this coming Tuesday at 7 p.m. will be the, I believe, 52nd installment of our Kali for Everyone series. And this will be a puja and a satsang for Yuga Shakti Kali, really a modern form of the Divine Mother. And then a week from today, next Friday, a puja and satsang as part of our 64 Yogini series, and we'll be honoring Sarva Mangala Yogini. Again, welcome and namaste. This presentation will be an adaptation of a traditional Tibetan Chod practice, only this one will be dedicated to one of the forms of Ma Kali / Chamunda, who is worshipped in the Kathmandu Valley of Nepal. It will be offered as a guided sound meditation for the healing of body, mind, and spirit, both on the personal level and on the collective. These monthly Chod practices are offered as an overall service to the world at large. This practice was originally developed as a personal sadhana for myself, but it feels right to share it this evening. I normally would not blend two spiritualities in this manner. However, this is a very unique situation. In Nepal, there is already a very strong syncretism between the local form of Hinduism and Vajrayana, the Vajrayana Buddhism of the Tibetan Plateau. In Nepal, there are often Buddhist shrines and symbolism in Hindu temples and vice versa. And there are many Nepalis who visit temples dedicated to both spiritualities. I'd like to refer to the Bhadrakali image that you see on your screen. And we can see that the blending of these two spiritualities in this figure. So she's a form of the skeletal goddess Chamunda. She's standing in a birth-giving posture, but she is also bearing some of the trappings of a Dakini. She's wearing a crown of 5 skulls, symbolizing the transformation of 5 poisons into 5 wisdoms. If you look on the bottom left portion of your screen, you'll see in one of her hands, she is holding a driguk, also known as a kartika. And this is a flaying blade that one might see in a Tibetan-style sky burial. She's also holding a damaru drum as we go around clockwise, representing the progression of time. This is also one of the key instruments in Chod practice. She has the sword of Kali for cutting away ego attachments. As we come around, she is holding a small shield for the protection of her children, a trident, and the head of a demon. Bhadrakali, we see, is standing upon 2 individuals. And in some depictions of Bhadrakali, they might be shown as 2 figures facing opposite directions. And this shows that this form of the Divine Mother is really strongly focused on what's going on in the present moment. And like both Kali and the two figures she's standing on, Vajra Yogini is also typically shown as standing upon two figures. And then she has the necklace of skulls, typical of both Kali and also of a Tibetan Dakini. So, because of these close associations, it felt appropriate to compose Cho meditations to the major forms of Ma Kali in the Kathmandu Valley of Nepal. And this would include Svetakali, who we honored last month, Bhadrakali, who we are honoring this month, and then Dakshin Kali, who we'll honor in this series next month. For more information on these forms of the Divine Mother, I invite you to please read my book, Kali Meditation Book 3, which is available on Amazon Kindle. Tonight's sadhana was adapted from the Cho practice known as the Sun Rays of Compassion. This is one of my all-time favorites and utilizes 3 traditional Cho practice melodies. For anyone new to this series who wants to learn more about Cho practice, I invite you to watch some of the previously recorded installments of our Cho practice series that are available upon this channel. Tonight's practice will take place in a number of stages. Namaste to Jamie, who is joining us this evening. So at first, I'm going to invite everyone to lay down in Shavasana, close your eyes and breathe deeply. If it's more comfortable for you, this can also be done as a seated meditation. And I will give you the opportunity to think about and choose a personal issue that is in need of healing or resolution at this time. And if you wish, you'll also be given the opportunity to visualize your issue as if it were a living being. And this will be a personal demon. And in Cho practice, we don't fight our personal demons. We don't try to destroy them. We don't try to hide away from them. We honor them by giving them what they desire most, and that is ourselves. So this personal demon that you visualize and select will be fed in the course of this meditation. And in the process of being fed, symbolically, our bodies, that energy is transformed from just open your receptivity and allow the words, the chants, and the melodies to guide your consciousness where it needs to be at this moment. Each section of our Cho will be sung in English and accompanied by traditional instruments, the traditional Tibetan temple drum, the shang bell, and the kangling or thigh bone trumpet. There's no right or wrong way to experience this practice. What you experience will be unique to each individual. The first sections are called the refuge, which is the calling of the divine forces, and the bodhicitta, which is establishing our intention to establish divine enlightened consciousness for the purpose of relieving the sufferings not just of ourselves, but all sentient beings. So all beings within our households, our communities, our states, our countries, and the world at large. The main practice is the lujan, or body offering, and it progresses in a series of stages. The first stage is the poa, which we envision that we are ejecting our consciousness through the crowns of our heads And aiding in this process will be the Divine Mother, Bhadrakali. We'll visualize ourselves as her, standing over our lifeless corpses, which will be offered in 4 symbolic feasts. First, a white feast of nectar for the peaceful deities, the peaceful spirits, our teachers. The red feast for the wrathful deities and protectors. The third is the rainbow or variegated feast for the beings of 6 realms of existence. And we can see the 6 realms in this traditional Tanka image of the wheel of existence. We see the wheel embraced by Lord Yama, and it includes the hell realm, the realm of the hungry ghosts, the realm of the animals, the realm of the humans, the realm of the jealous gods, and the realm of the heavenly deities. So again, we're honoring not just all sentient beings on earth, but in other planes of existence as well. The final feast is the Black Feast, which is the feast of blood, flesh, and bones. And this is the feast in which we will give and offer to our inner demons and also those spirits who are karmic creditors for our current lives and for previous incarnations as well. In this final feast, you will be invited to visualize your personal demons taking part in this feast, and as a result, being transformed into benevolent light beings, bodhisattvas, our allies. We will then offer the guests of our 2 feasts our altruistic love in the sections called the giving of Dharma and the dedication. And here we show them the way to enlightenment, so that they know the way in which to follow a more healthy, a more righteous path. There will be a short mantra repetition and puja to Ma Bhadrakali. We're going to be using the Navarna mantra. I'm sure many of you are familiar with it. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. And finally, some closing prayers and a short silent meditation, giving you the opportunity to rest and to integrate the practice and its effects into its being. To punctuate certain parts of the meditation and ritual, we'll be using the mantra Pe, which means crack or boom. And this mantra releases our intentions into the cosmos, releases them into being. In our use of the Navarna mantra, this mantra just beautifully invokes every, really all powers and all manifestations of the Divine Mother. So Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. So at this point, to begin our practice, I invite you to now sit or lay down comfortably in a position where your back can be straight. If you're laying down in Shavasana, you may wish to lay down on perhaps your yoga mat or a carpeted floor. A firm mattress will also work. If you're seated, you could be seated on your mat, maybe with a cushion under your hips to make things more comfortable. If laying down, you may want to cover yourself with a blanket or have some kind of support under your knees or behind your head. But take a moment and adjust your props. Find that position that works for you this evening. and make any adjustments or micro adjustments that you might need so that you can be as comfortable as possible for the next several minutes. In the course of this meditation, rather like Yoga Nidra, you can certainly move if you need to make yourself more comfortable, but take this time now to try and make yourself so comfortable that it really won't be necessary. And finally, once you're in that position, I invite you to gently close your eyes and breathe deeply. And just open yourselves, following my voice, to the visualizations and the experience of this practice. So breathing deeply. And if you wish, I invite you to think about and maybe visualize a personal issue that is currently in need of healing or resolution. Breathe, imagine, and if possible, as you contemplate this issue, try to note where this issue might reside in your physical body. Maybe there's an area of tension, or an area that feels cold or empty, or just somewhere that your attention is drawn to, some physical region. And if you can do that, this will be a wonderful personal focus for your energies, the energies that are generated by taking part in this practice. And then, if it feels right, I invite you to imagine what your personal issue would look like if it were a living being. And this will be your personal demon, which will be fed and transformed into a benevolent light being during the Black Feast portion of our meditation. So let it manifest and notice its appearance, its color, its size, its shape. What skin surface does it have? Bare skin, fur, scales, feathers. Notice its eyes, its personality, its demeanor, any emotions that it might be exhibiting, and any sounds that it might be making. Including any words it may want to share with you. And then take a moment to notice any other characteristics that just come into your realm of awareness. Does it have a name? Does it express to you a particular purpose? And then I invite you to take a deep and clearing breath and let that image go for the time being. Just relax and breathe deeply. And let the songs and the mantras and the instruments guide your consciousness on this very personal journey. Jai Ma Bhadrakali. Jai Ma Bhadrakali. Jai Ma Bhadrakali. Pay in our gurus the Dharma and the Sangha. Until enlightenment we take refuge in you. May we through the merits of compassion achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. Pay in our gurus the Dharma and the Sangha. Until enlightenment we take refuge in you. May we, through the merit of compassion, achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. Pay in our gurus the Dharma and the Sangha. Until enlightenment we take refuge in you. May we through the merits of compassion achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. Pay, pay, pay. May all wandering sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all wandering sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all wandering sentient beings never be separated from the supreme joy that is beyond all suffering. And may all wandering sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachments, aversion, and sorrows. To the union of birth, existence, and destruction. To to the Mother of Divinity. We pray from the depths of our hearts and bones. Bless us through your body, speech, and mind. Grant us the supreme wisdom of the yogas. Venerable Bhadrakali, Venerable Kali, Venerable Bhadrakali. Pay, pay, pay. Pay, 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 pay. Our consciousness is ejected into space, becoming Ma Bhadrakali. Pay. She is blue in color, holding a curved blade and skull cup. With the curved blade in her right hand, she removes the skull cups from our corpses and places them upon tripods of human skulls. Inside the skull cups are flesh and bones, are chopped as fine as sesame seeds. Through the union of fire and wind, they become the oceans of nectar, filling the breadth of space with endless offering clouds. Whatever is wished for or desired arises from each class of our guests, distributed by countless offering goddesses, emanated from the heart as Bhadrakali, emanated from our hearts as Bhadrakali. Pay, pay, pay. The fire burns, the skull cup boils. Steam rises, forming white offering clouds of nectar. The 64 yoginis emanate from the heart of the mother, Bhadrakali, carrying the offerings to their recipients, to the saints, our teachers, the peaceful deities, and benevolent spirits. For them, this nectar manifests as puja offerings, as gold, silver, jewels, silks, palaces, and healing medicines. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. The fire burns, the skull cup boils, steam rises, forming red-colored offering clouds. The yoginis carry this offering to the wrathful gods, to the protectors of the Dharma, and to the directional deities. For them, the offerings manifest as wine, meat, horses, armor, and weapons. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. The fire burns, the skull cup boils. Steam rises, forming rainbow-colored offering clouds, to be carried to the beings of the 6 realms, those souls dwelling in the deepest of hells, the realm of the hungry ghosts, the animals, the humans, the jealous gods, and the heavenly deities. These offerings manifest as those things each being needs most and desires, and by consuming them, the beings of the 6 realms are relieved of their sufferings and attain enlightened consciousness. Here you are invited to visualize yourself receiving the medicines you need most at this time for the healing of body, mind, and spirit. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Again, our bodies are suddenly reborn, and then collapse, falling down dead. With a curved knife in her right hand, Bhadrakali chops our bodies into pieces. The fire burns and the skull cup boils, and black steam rises, signaling the demons and malevolent spirits and our karmic creditors to gather. And upon our flayed and bloody skins, Ma Bhadrakali heaps our flesh, our blood, our fat, our bones and organs. The demons and spirits feast happily upon our bodies. And again through this feast, their sufferings are relieved. Their wounds are healed, and their eyes are opened to enlightened consciousness. At this time, you are invited to watch your own personal demons, partaking of the feast, and being transformed into benevolent light beings. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche. Om Aing Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche. To the assemblies of gods and demons, to all sentient entities, may these offerings made with devotion purify samsaric sufferings. Om Aing Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche. To the glorious protectors, the guests of enlightened qualities, by these offerings made unto you, may you grant enlightenment. Om Aing Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche. To the beings of the six realms, the guest of our compassion, through this generosity, may your sufferings be transformed. Om Aing Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche. To the beings of the six realms, to the elemental spirits, and our guests of karmic debt, through this blessing may you be pacified and come possess enlightened consciousness. Come to possess enlightened consciousness. Om Aing Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche. Thus whatever arises is a magical display of the primordial wisdom. May all beings be pleased and satisfied by the offerings of our bodies. And may all wanderers be liberated from the sufferings of existence. Om Aing Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche. 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 We offer fragrance. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. We offer food. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. We offer light. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. We offer incense. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. We offer flowers. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. We offer our reverence. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. By this merit, may we quickly achieve the state of Ma Bhadrakali, and may we establish all beings on her level of enlightenment. In the state where visions, sounds, and awareness are divinities, mantra, and enlightenment. In this practice of profound secret yogas, may the one taste of unified consciousness manifest always. Pay. I invite you now to rest for a time in stillness and in silence, and allow yourself to fully integrate the effects of this practice into your being. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I invite you now to take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of the meditation and bringing your awareness back to your personal space. Feel the ground below you, the clothes that cover you. Feel the temperature of the air upon your skin. If you're laying down, I invite you to slowly move your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet. Maybe give a little stretch. And when you're ready, I invite you to roll over onto one side and rest on your side for a moment. And then when you're ready, I invite you to engage your hands and your arms and slowly bring yourself back into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. And then whether you've been sitting or lying down, I invite you to bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Taking a moment to thank the Divine Mother in all of her forms, including Ma Bhadrakali. And be especially aware of that divine presence within yourself, knowing that she is there always to guide you, to teach you, to heal you. And take a moment to also give gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice this evening, knowing you can replay the recording at any time whenever you have need of this meditation. And you're always welcome to replay this for somebody else as well who might be in need. And slowly opening your eyes and once again seeing the image of Ma Bhadrakali, especially noticing the motherly or grandmotherly expression on her face, acknowledging you and giving comfort. And namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me this evening. And Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Namaste. I'm going to pan the camera around. Pardon the lights. There we go. And I want to thank you for joining me this evening. I hope you enjoyed our offering. And something else, as always, when doing this practice, I would invite you to be open to the effects of having done this meditation over the next few days. Maybe some interesting dreams, maybe some flashes of insight, maybe even noticing that you're handling a situation a little bit differently from how you might have in the past. Maybe the right book coming into your hand, the right person coming along with something important to share with you. And also, I would encourage you to take some time for some quiet contemplation before resuming the day or the evening's activities. I'd like to thank AJ and Jamie for joining live. I'd like to thank anyone else who is watching live. I think we had another 2, maybe 3 people who joined this evening. Again, thank you so very much for joining me. And I also want to thank anyone who'll be watching the recording of this broadcast in the future. I look forward to you joining me for our Tuesday satsang, 7 p.m. You can join live on YouTube if you're in the Denver area. You're welcome to join us in person, 1260 South Xavier Street in Denver, Colorado. And if you have questions or you'd like to share with me something from the experience of this or one of the other meditations I've shared with you, please feel free to email me at omcdavy, AUMC Davy, at gmail.com. You're always welcome to message me at my channel as well. So I want to wish everybody a wonderful night. I want to thank you again for joining me this evening. And Jai Mata Di, Jai Mata Di, Jai Mata Di. Thank you again. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful weekend ahead. Jai Ma.